Welcome to my podcast. So glad you're here. Okay, so this one's about focus, and I am so sorry. I'm gonna ruin like your ability to watch TV shows for a minute. Let's get into it because it's like so interesting. So I have a chapter in my ebook on focus, and the chapter is called The Voice, but the voice is basically like your subconscious, like your subconscious mind, and what it's telling you to do and like what you're focusing on. So the only thing in this world that you can control is your subconscious mind and your focus. Your subconscious mind is going to tell your brain, which is a machine, what to focus on. So you can focus on like the negativity, you can focus on positivity, you can focus on other people's opinions, you can focus on all the barriers to what like you can or can't do. Like your focus, what you're focusing on builds out your reality. So have you ever heard the saying, you don't know that there's that many blue cars around you until you go to buy a blue car, and then all of a sudden, like as you're driving down the road, you're starting to see like all these fucking blue cars? It's because now you're focusing on that color because that's the color like in the forefront of your mind. Well, me and my oldest son were watching the show Ghost the other night. I love that show, by the way. Literally go watch it if you like humor, corny, like funny shows. Anyway, so I have watched every season of that show over like probably 7 times already because I love that show. We're watching it and he goes, it would be more realistic if the ones that are ghosts didn't have shadows. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he was like, all of the ghosts have shadows. You can see their shadows, and it'd be more realistic if they didn't have shadows. And I look back at the TV. Granted, I have watched this show, again, each season like 7 times over. I have never one motherfucking time noticed a shadow on any of those fucking people. Now, I've watched like 10 episodes since he said that. I can't unsee the shadows. That's all I see now. You wanna know why? Because my brain was told to look at the fucking shadows. That's all I can see. So, the point is, that is proof that whatever you focus on becomes your reality. Because now my reality is I'm watching that damn TV show and I can't unsee the shadows. It is literally the same thing in your everyday life with anything you try to do or anything you try to like accomplish. If you are just looking at all the fucking obstacles, if you're looking at all the ways that you're not supported, all the people that you thought would be like in your corner cheering you on and like they're not, but they're supporting other people across the world that they don't even know. Oh my God, my bank account, my poor bank account. Like I only have $2 in my bank account, blah, blah, blah. If you're always focused on the disparities and what you don't have, then you are never going to see the opportunities of what you could have. If you tell yourself, this life that I'm living is all that I'm worth. Like say you're in an abusive environment and you're like, this is all that I'm worth. This is what I grew up with. This is what I came from. I'm just a piece of shit. This is what I deserve. Okay. Your life is going to be created around that notion. Your life is going to fall into place to prove to you that you don't deserve that because that is what you just told yourself. Your subconscious mind just programmed your brain to feel that way. So now your brain is going to take all those little building blocks around you and build that reality. That is your TV show. Versus if you're like, there is so many opportunities out there. I am full of potential. I am unstoppable. My situation now is not what I want my situation in 3 years to be. This person now that is limiting and controlling my life is not the controller of my life. And I'm going to get away from them. This job that I have is not fulfilling. This is not all that I'm capable of. There is something better for me. This bank account that I have right now, money and opportunities are abundance. There's a shit ton of money out there to be made. And there's a million different ways that I can make it. When you start telling yourself that the situation that you have right now is just a situation, it's not the end all be all, it's just where you're sitting, but your reality is so much bigger. Your life then will start putting those little building blocks to like build tunnels for you. And then those tunnels, those opportunities, those chances, that value, your worth, like then that's your TV show. Whatever your subconscious mind tells your brain to focus on, because keep in mind, your brain's a machine. Your brain is going to do what it is programmed to do. Your subconscious mind is the programmer. Your brain is then going to build out your reality around that. And it is absolutely diabolical that you control that. I know we're taught that, like, if you're not this, you can't be that. Like, we are literally conditioned to minimize that power, because if everybody knew how powerful that was, imagine the world. And it can be used for good or bad, and that's where you really have to be aligned with, like, your internal integrity, like your internal self. You have to move, you have to have pure ambitions, you have to move with pure intent, because that's another thing too. You know, the saying, what's done in the dark will be brought to the light. Like that, I'm telling you, that shit's powerful. That shit is so true. If you move with ill intent, you know what? You might get a little somewhere, because your brain, you're making your reality to be unstoppable, right? But then somebody else's pure intentional force is gonna block your shit, and you're gonna fall on your face. So if you are not pure with your intent, if you don't have pure intentions, if you are not a pure soul that is set out to multiply good, watch out. And I talk about that like too in my book a little bit. You really have to align with yourself. You really have to understand yourself. You always have to move with integrity, because that is so important when it comes to the virtue of the universe. But regardless, if you are constantly focusing on other people's opinions of you, and their opinions of you are negative, you are literally wasting your potential, you're wasting your ability, you're wasting your brain power. Your subconscious mind is being like fluttered off to the side. And there's a mega importance in denial coping as well. So it's something that they use in sales, for like sales training a lot. Being told no and being able to overcome denials and being able to have like a healthy rebuttal to those things, that is a skill that you can be taught and that you can like condition yourself with. The whole purpose behind that is conditioning your refocus. So you're not getting hung up on the no, you're not getting hung up on the denial, you're not putting the worth or the value in whatever you're selling or whatever you're doing in that no. You're refocusing your brain to go to the next potential. And that is so important in your everyday life, because if you get hung up on the no, if you get hung up on somebody telling you that you suck or you don't have potential or you're not going to succeed, and that is what you listen to, and you ignore all the other opportunities, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to stay like turning your wheels in sand. For what? Literally, nobody else's opinion matters, okay? Unless you're a total piece of shit. If you're a total piece of shit, actually a piece of shit, and somebody tells you you're a piece of shit, maybe think about that. But if you're not, and you know yourself that you are moving with integrity and you are functioning in the world for the best pure interest of you and your family, or you and those who you're supposed to take care of, nobody else's opinion matters. If they tell you you suck, if they tell you you're cringe, if they tell you you're gonna fail, like, is that your mirror or is that their mirror? Because a lot of times when people project, they're projecting because of themselves. They're projecting their internal insecurities onto you, and it has nothing to do with you. I always say do not reflect other people's energy, because thing is, there's a difference in like acknowledging and absorbing. Okay, so you can acknowledge somebody being like whatever. You can acknowledge them shitting on you, but you're not absorbing it, right? Like you're acknowledging it and you're like, you suck, you're gonna sit over there, but you're not absorbing it. You're not taking what they're saying to heart. You're not taking what they're saying as like your source of truth. You're not absorbing it, because it doesn't matter. That is their own battle with themselves. Everybody has their own shit to deal with, their own demons to fight, and it has nothing to do with you. So like with denial coping, you just get really good at somebody denying you. And you're like, yeah, cool. I'm gonna continue doing my thing. I'm gonna continue grinding on my journey, on my path. You don't want me, or you don't want what I'm selling, or you don't want to be part of it, I don't care. I'm gonna keep rolling with whatever I'm doing. And that's literally how you should be. Your worth does not lie in the hands of anybody else. Your worth is your worth. And you just have to know what that is deep down inside at all times. That way it is unwavering when it comes to anybody else. And this especially is important when it comes to like being fake and being seen. If you are just being fake to appease other people, why? The universe has made you the way that you are because the world needs you. So if you're being fake, what's the point of being seen? That it's not your authentic self. That's not what the universe has for you. Versus if you're being your authentic self and you are unwavering no matter what people are saying you need to be, you are literally made that way because that is what the world needs. Nothing is by accident. So why the hell would you want to be seen, want to be heard, if it's not your true story, if it's not your true self, if it's not truly what you, when you're in alignment with you and you know who you are, if you are not offering you? Something to think about. We'll get more into that on the next one. Until then, be bright, shine hard. Love you.